Hey there, friends in the interwebs. Joy here with subrosatea.com. Okay, full disclosure, if you're watching about that. So I'm just going to be patient. I'm clicking all the buttons. We are. We're definitely broadcasting to social. I'm hoping somebody who's on the mobile shopping app can tell me if we're live. If you're live, make sure you comment so I can see. I can't see a lot of things on my screen that I can normally see. And, I can't do much about a problem with the storm that we're having. And it apparently it's a really bad storm that's coming our way. But I was hoping to get through the video before I lost everything. It just says it's an unstable connection. Oh, I don't know. The video kind of looks a little choppy on my end. Should I start again? I don't know. I gotta wait for somebody who's live to actually comment. I don't know what to do. I can normally see all of you. I think I can see. Okay, I'm going to get started. You know what, friends? We have got this really delicious collection of loose leaf tea. It's inspired by the Malt shop. And, it's just, there are so many delicious teas in our repertoire, but this is one I look forward to all year. We've got a new flavor. I've been working on this for pretty much my whole life. I love Shirley Temple's. It was one of those things as a child, going out to a restaurant was really rare in my family. And to sit with the adults and the big kids and to order something different, to order something special. So a Shirley Temple has a special nostalgic place in my heart. And we finally have a tea that I think is just a spot on, and it tastes just like it. Okay, so let me see. What should I do? We just don't have a lot of people watching live, so I don't know if it's strong enough, if things are coming through, if it's so choppy. Should I try to start again? Anybody who's watching live, do you want to give me a comment? Everyone's being silent. We've got lots of people watching, and everyone's being silent. I just need someone to comment to let me know if I should keep going. Can you see? Can you hear everything? Am I talking smoothly? Is it so choppy that I shouldn't even bother? When I've got full makeup on, I put on my favorite dress. I want to make sure that this video kind of stands the test of time. Okay, lots of people being silent, so maybe that just means that it's terrible. I don't know, but I want to tell you all about these teas. They're so delicious. All I can say is I am thirsty, and I'm going to make myself some iced tea. So first up, I'm going to take our mist iced tea jug. This is not a combo pack. This is not a part of the collection. I just happen to be thirsty, so I'm going to make myself some tea. This is a ½ ounce of tea, so it'll make about 5 to 6 servings, which is great. This one's caffeine free. I'm going to make our banana split, which is a part of this collection. It's caffeine free, and all I'm doing, friends, is I'm adding ice cold water to the jug and the loose leaf tea. So by the time the video is over, it's going to taste fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Still, nobody commenting. What can I do? The closed captioning looks fine. So I think I'm going to just move on and tell you about these great teas. This collection, friends, is available. All the teas are available individually, and they're available as a bundle. So here at Sub Rosa Tea, when you buy a bundle, you get to save money, which is nice. And the bundle comes in 2 sizes. So the ½ ounce size, we call it the Try Me size. It makes 5 to 6 servings. This is a ½ ounce. You get all 6 flavors in this collection. If you buy the value size, it's the 2 ounce. This is the value size. 2 ounces of loose leaf tea should make you about 20 to 25 servings. Let's dive into the flavors. Okay, first up, chocolate malt. Chocolate malt, so delicious, so smooth. This is a black tea. Look at how absolutely beautiful this is. So it's a black tea, dark chocolate, of course, malt, dandelion, chicory. So it's going to give you all of those really dark, savory notes that you love so much in chocolate malt. We have had this tea before. It is extremely popular. So if you are interested in the chocolate malt, it is definitely one you've got to give it a try. Our tea here at Sub Rosa Tea, it is all loose leaf tea, no sugar, no carbs, no calories. So I know that this collection specifically, it's going to really satisfy your sweet tooth, but I think you're going to be so surprised when you see how delicious they are and how good they taste with no sugar. And yes, all of the tea is loose leaf, so it's all good, hot or cold. Next up, let's talk about the second black tea in this collection. This is coconut cream pie. We have had this in the past. So good. Coconut cream pie. This is nice and smooth. So it's smooth, creamy, delicious, sweet on its own. I'm sure all of you know what coconut tastes like, but with the black tea and the flavor of cream in this tea, this is one that I have to say I really do like as an iced tea. All the flavors are nice and strong and they come through beautifully. Wait until you try it. This one's the new one. Friends, this is Shirley Temple. This is a brand new, sweet and delicious. Like I said, from my personal childhood, this has everything to do with nostalgia for me. As a child, getting to sit in a restaurant with the adults and the big kids and sound like a big kid because I'm ordering something fancy. I'm ordering something that wasn't soda and wasn't just water. I love a Shirley Temple. Normally, a Shirley Temple in a restaurant is made with a cherry syrup and something clear, like a clear soda, like Sprite or 7-Up. So there is a lot of sweetness to it. I have had to use a lot of interesting ingredients. You're going to see that chocolate is noted here, but I have to tell you, this, in my opinion, does not taste like a chocolate tea. This does taste like a Shirley Temple. It does have all those great cherry notes. It is a pu'er tea. For those of you that are not familiar with pu'er is a fermented tea. So it has an interesting taste to it and it lends itself wonderfully to this particular flavor. The Malt Shop collection does have a white tea. This time around, let me change the cue. Okay, Orange Julius. Orange Julius, nice and delicious here. Orange Julius is a white tea base. White tea is known to be low in caffeine, high in antioxidants. White teas are some of my favorite to be steeped up right in cold water, like I'm doing right here. I'm making myself the banana split right in cold water, and you can just stick it right in the fridge. This tea is going to taste delicious by the time I'm done with the video, but if you have a little bit more time, go ahead and put it in the fridge. Just set it and forget it. Whether you are making a quick lunch or it's overnight, the tea will taste fabulous. The cold water will not bruise the tea leaves the way hot water does. So it'll be nice and smooth and it won't oversteep. Orange Julius. So again, this is a white tea. If you've had one, you know that typically Orange Julius is made with orange juice concentrate and a sweet vanilla ice cream. So again, this tea has no sugar, no carbs, no calories, which is great. It has just a little bit of caffeine, but there's also no dairy in this. So we haven't actually used ice cream, but it really is nice and sweet. And it does have more orange and more vanilla than some of our other lighter teas. This one, Orange Julius, in my opinion, it is light enough to have with a meal, but strong enough to have at tea time and really satisfy your sweet tooth. Next up, friends, we have got our banana split. Banana split here. This is back again. We've had it before. In my opinion, a banana split typically has multiple scoops of ice cream. Am I right or am I wrong? Am I thinking a Neapolitan? So I like a banana split that does have a vanilla and a strawberry component to it. But even if you're just thinking all vanilla ice cream, you got to have your banana, of course. I love a strawberry sauce over it. And I love pineapple. So it's added here to this banana split loose leaf tea. So this one in particular, though, when I have a banana split in a restaurant, I like it with nuts. I like it with chocolate. I like it when it has a lot of fun things, almost like a salad bar salad. You know what I'm talking about? I like it to have a lot of things, but this collection has a lot of flavors. So if you're looking for your banana split to also have chocolate, you could add the chocolate malt or the Shirley Temple to your banana split. Think about that. It's loose leaf tea. You can absolutely add two different flavors of tea into your cup and create the banana split of your dreams. So I skipped it. I did not put cherries or chocolate or nuts in this particular blend. I think it's delicious on its own and it's nice and sweet. Hey there, Miss Bernita. Thanks for joining us live. I appreciate the comment. Bernita, if you didn't see the beginning of the video, I think I'm having conductivity issues. So if I phase out, bear with me. We're going to try to finish the video to make sure everyone can hear about these great teas. So again, friends, banana split, nice, sweet, smooth, caffeine-free, which is great for your evening sweet tooth. Next up, we have our root beer float. Root beer float. Oh, I love this tea, root beer float. Root beer actually started as a tea. Root beer is very typically your sassafras and sarsaparilla. It normally has vanilla. It normally has some sort of a spice to it that really makes it iconically root beer. So our root beer float is also going to have more vanilla than some other root beer teas anyway. We have a couple of root beer teas that we cycle throughout the year. This one has more vanilla to it, nice and smooth, because again, I was thinking a root beer float. Root beer floats historically are made with a big scoop of French vanilla ice cream. That's the way I've always had them, even though I'm sure when you're at your house, you can do anything you want. So think about that root beer float, all that depth of flavor. It's always got those fun spices to it, even if you can't pick them out. For those of you that don't know, licorice root is the name of the root that they used 100 years ago to make hard candy sweet. So when they found that sugar was cheaper and also addictive, they stopped using licorice root to make hard candy and they started using sugar instead. So licorice root tastes like sugar. Licorice root does not actually taste like anise or what you might think of as licorice candy. That's a completely different flavor profile than what we're talking here. So I've used the licorice root to bump up the sweetness of the blend. But again, no sugar, no carbs, no calories. If you are diabetic or sensitive to sugars the way I am, it won't affect your blood sugar level, which is really nice. And again, friends, the root beer float tea is caffeine free. I did that on purpose. I really figured those of you who like root beer as much as I do, you're accustomed to the soda pop being caffeine free. So I thought for sure that you would want the tea to be. And I like things that are iconic. I like things that are kind of predictable sometimes. These teas in particular, we are trying to very specifically mimic flavors that you've had in the past, which make a lot of sense to me when you're craving something. I have one of these weird associations with pizza. I love pizza and root beer. I love it. So I like to have a root beer tea on hand all the time. So when I am indulging in pizza, I can have some root beer because I'm not going to drink soda. It's just not where I am in my life right now, but I sure do love the tea. Oh yes, that also reminds me, I have to say, in my opinion, the root beer tea is going to be more flavorful if you steep it hot. You can absolutely drink it hot or cold. I think most people are probably going to enjoy it cold just because of the iconic nature of soda pop is always served cold if you can, right? If you can get it, that's what you're expecting, nice and icy cold. But it's herbal. And so all of the herbal ingredients that I've used will shine through better if you have the time. Use boiling water, steep it for at least 5 minutes, and then pour it over ice, or of course, put it into the chill chest. One more tea that I want to make sure I mention, we've had it in the collection before, It's back, very limited run. It is not a part of the collection. I want to make sure that it's really clear. Cherry limeade is a flavor. We've had it in the past. It was a part of the Malt Shop collection in the past. So I know when you've had a tea, you're kind of thinking, oh, I know it's going to come back. I'll wait till it comes back. But this one is not a part of the Malt Shop collection anymore. I just talked about those 6 teas. Cherry limeade, so the recipe has not changed from the past. Really limited while we have it in stock right now. This is a green tea, so it is low in caffeine, but cherry limeade, again, very iconic. I think a lot of people think about going to a malt shop or a 50s style diner and they want what they want, right? A cherry limeade, very classic, very just something very craveable, nice and sweet and smooth. It's got great depth of flavor, but I noticed that I didn't want to repeat too many flavor profiles in this collection. And I wanted to make sure you had the Shirley Temple, which of course is cherry. So we're going to phase this one out. This is probably the last year for the cherry limeade. So if you've had it before, make sure you restock, because this will be your last chance to get the cherry limeade. Friends, I know that I can see a lot of people are watching live, but nobody else is commenting or questioning anything, so I have no idea who you are. I don't know who's watching live, and I also don't know if it's just a conductivity problem that I'm not getting the questions on my end. So if you have been commenting, I cannot see them other than Miss Bernita, so I apologize for that, but it must have to do with the broadcasting app that I'm using. I don't think that there's everything else seems to be connected on my end. So of course I want to say thank you so much for watching. And for those of you that know, every single Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be live. Wherever you're watching now, you can go to our website at subrosatea.com, go to the page called Live Shopping Videos. You can watch on our mobile shopping app. You can watch live on Facebook. The replays are on Instagram and YouTube. But if you're catching the replay, I sure hope that you'll join us live when you can. Oh, hi, Francis. Thanks for commenting. That really helps. I appreciate it. The next live I think I'm going to do is our Allergy Season Aid tea collection. Now, I know a lot of you are thinking about allergy season. It's like, so spring. Well, not for me, it's not. I've got fall allergies too. So I want to make sure I talk about those allergy season aid teas. And then coming up, friends, October 6th is the next Sunday. And we're already moving on to Halloween. Halloween is next, and it is coming up. So thank you for joining live, friends. And I will see you all next Sunday. No matter what you do with the rest of your day, have yourself a cup of tea and take care of you. Bye-bye, friends.